Anybody can haul a toilet paper load, and because they're easy and they pay accordingly. They're easy loads, light loads usually, and anybody with any truck driver can haul a toilet paper load. But once I got my hazmat certification to be able to haul hazmat loads and tanker loads, then my pay went up because it's a specialty. And that's what you'll have to figure out too in your office job. Like, what is your specialty skill? What is your toilet paper skills? Is skills anybody can do, but your hazmat skills are special to you. What do you know that someone else may not know, or you might be able to help somebody with? This person over here doesn't have that specialty tool. And that matters when you're starting to put your offer together and how much you want to charge. You charge according to the skills you have and what you can deliver for your client. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to find your hazmat skills versus your toilet paper skills, the skills that's going to pay you more. So first you think about your light loads, which is like a toilet paper load, or versus your heavy load. The light loads, they're going to pay decent, but they're not going to pay like a heavy load. But when you on the road, think about the heavy loads you see, the heavy haulers. They're making a substantially larger amount than someone hauling a toilet paper load or just a regular light load, because they have specialty skills. They went and learned or whatever that they needed to learn. They invested in that, getting that certification. They invested in getting those permits you need to carry those loads. So they can charge more because now they have all these skills, all these assets to where you need this moved, and I'm the person to do it. So yeah, this is my price, and guess what? They're going to pay the price because they need that issue taken care of. And it's going to be the same for you. You could just equate that to office skills and what you can do. What is your heavy skill that you have that other people may not have that you can turn into an offer? I want you to think about that. And then the next thing you could do is, like, when I got my hazmat, when I first started driving, I did not have all of my certifications. I took a class to get my hazmat certification, my tanker, my doubles and triples. I went and paid to get my TWIC card. I went and did all of that, paid the fees, took the classes, got the certifications to add to my license. So now there's nothing that I can't haul. I can haul any type of load. Well, not the real heavy loads. That's beyond. But in general, I can haul hazmat, I can haul food, I can haul whatever. And now that even though I don't haul hazmat often, hardly ever, I still am paid more per load just because I have that skill now. I have that certification on my license, so they know that I have that skill. So I'm automatically going to make more money per load. So when you decide you're looking at your skills, you might not have all the skills when you start out, but as you're going, you can add to the skills, you can add certifications, add things to what you already know, to where now I got all of this up under my name, all of these certifications, all of these skills, all of these things I've learned. So now I can charge according to that. Now I should be getting paid according to that. And that's how you have to do once you're putting your offer together and you're thinking about how you're going to help people, what they're going to need. What makes you different from the next person? What skills do you have? They'll say, okay, I want to work with this person. Like, there's plenty of business coaches, plenty of business consultants, but everybody has their own niche. Everybody has their own way of working with people. Everybody has their own certifications or education or something that they invested in. So something's going to make you different and make you stand out. So you need to find out what that is. You can write down what your skills are. You can write down the skills that you have that you're using every day, and write down the skills that are a little more complex, a little more specialized, and say, okay, I can add this in as a bonus to where I'll be able to charge more because everybody doesn't have this. Everybody doesn't offer this. So write your things down. Sometimes when you just think about it in your head, it doesn't do the same as when you write it down and you actually see it on the paper and you actually figure out, okay, I can use this. This is something I can use. So do that. Make sure you write it down. And by the way, I'm Tony Lisa Walter, truck driver by night, and I do LinkedIn by day. I'm learning LinkedIn, and that's where I'm posting. I like that platform, but I'm also teaching you about how to put your skills together so that you can get your first client. So, and by the way, I also created a client action plan checklist. So it's my gift to you. Just it's in the link. Hit the link, download it, do it within the first 48 hours, take action. It'll help you figure these things out. If you don't quite know what your skills are, or you have to it kind of jog your memory and see, how can I turn this into something that people will actually buy? Then you could do that. Download that checklist and it'll help you. And then another type of load we haul is reefer. So reefer is sensitive loads because it's usually something that you have to keep at a certain temperature. If not, then it'll spoil and you've lost that whole load. So you gotta handle those a little differently. That's sensitive type of loads. Do you have any type of sensitive skills that the next person might not have? Or you do something at your job that is sensitive, you gotta handle it. You gotta handle it a certain way and you're responsible for that. If you do, then that's the skill you have, and you can turn that into some type of way to offer it to somebody, some type of way to help somebody with that. All of your skills are going to be, you got to put all your skills together and figure out, once I put all these skills together, what can I put together? What can I haul? What can I do to make money? And once I figure out my specialty skills, then how can I raise my price to make even more money? So the reefer skills that's like your sensitive skills. And then you got high value loads. So all loads, like I said, not all loads are not created equal. Some loads are very pricey. They're handled different. We've had a high value load. We haven't done one again like this. There are high value loads and they are stressful. So do you have the capacity to handle something that's stressful that somebody else cannot handle? That's a skill. That's a great skill to handle high stress. And you can get paid for that. So if you have some type of skill that will help you handle a high stress situation, think about turning that into something you can offer for somebody. If you take the stress away from people pay for that. They'll pay a premium for that because nobody wants to deal with the stress. Nobody wants to deal with that. People will pay you for it. So, and then lastly, your lane. Pick a lane. You have to pick a lane. You cannot, it's so many different lanes you can do. But once you do, because we haul general freight. So we can haul reefer, we can haul household goods, we can haul different stuff like that. But when it comes to the specialty loads, that's different. So pick your lane and figure out what's special for you. What specialty can you offer? And figure that out and then stay in that lane. Keep offering that whatever that specialty is, until you get enough customers where you can really grow that business. A lot of times we switch and think that it's not working. We don't give it enough chance to work. We don't do it enough to say if it's really working or not. If you want to try to put your offer out there, you figure out what your skill is and you put your offer out there, and then nobody's listening you put it out there 2 or 3 times and you want to give up or try something different. You're not going to figure out what your lane is that way. You have to put it out there enough. You have to put it out there long enough to see if this is the lane that you should be going with and sticking with. And usually that's going to take time. It's not going to happen real fast or overnight. So you got to just put together a list, write down all your skills from easy to hard, from complex to sensitive to, do you do anything that helps with stress? Do you do any type of thing you do on a daily? That's a skill. Put that down. And then figure out, okay, I can use all these skills together is going to help me put this package together so I can help this certain individual. And then I'm going to put my offer out there, and I'm going to keep putting it out there until I find my person. And I'm going to use my higher value skills to where I can charge higher prices. So that's all I wanted to say for this video. Pretty much just figure out what your better skills are, your skills that everybody doesn't have. Because some people, of course, you're going to have the same type of skills, but you're going to be doing, most people do something in their job task that's a little different for someone else. And you just got to figure out what that is.